mercy. Ain't no mercy.
We all float down here. Hello everybody, Jason Lay back here again. Today we're going to be doing a movie review of the incredibly long, how do I say it without confusing the audience? You know what? The movie just called it. Again, how am I supposed to... No, forget it. I think you know what I'm going to be talking about. Stephen King's It, based on the book of the same name. And it's a story about a group of kids who live in Derry, Maine. And they are being traumatized by a killer clown who had been trying to lure them into the sewers so that he could kill them. And 27 years later, the clown comes back, and the promise that these kids made to him, if the clown isn't dead, then they'll come back together in 27 years to finish him off. And so they kept that promise. They go back to Derry, Maine, and they tried to get the clown. So, what are my thoughts on this food? Sorry. What are my thoughts on the film? Well, it is a bit interesting because I remember watching this when I was like 6. It is probably one of my very first movies that I have ever watched, and it was actually pretty scary. And it always traumatized me as a kid because Pennywise the Clown, among with Michael Myers, have been one of my childhood traumatized killers. I mean, he was basically on my mind a lot. What really got me into the film is, back then, it really the kids and their dynamic and friendship with each other. They felt like friends. They feel like people you would like to hang out. And the overall feel of the movie just felt so good to me. It felt like a good Halloween movie to watch at that time. And that is among movies like Halloween by John Carpenter and Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. Which, by the way, there is a video out there of it. And it has like a metal version of This Is Halloween playing over a few scenes from it. And it's actually one of my first videos I ever saw. And it's actually one of the videos that got me into the movie. So I have a bit of a weird history with it. And overall, I still watch it many years and still now. Unfortunately, even though I still enjoyed it, it did not hold up as well as I think it did. There is a lot of cool scenes and a lot of horrific scenes, like the scene where the kid throws the book and the book starts bleeding and turning pages. I thought that was creepy. When Pennywise the Clown comes out of the sewer to meet Georgie, the little kid with the boat, and kill him. I thought that was a really creepy scene. Overall, I think most of the scenes that involve Pennywise are probably the creepiest because clowns scare me. To be honest, clowns scare me. And he's just a really unsettling presence. Sure, he could have a bit of fun, but somehow there's something about that just unsettling to me, and that is probably the scariest part of the film. Pennywise, played by Tim Curry, who, by the way, did a great job at Pennywise, an iconic job. Sure, there's a few things that could probably be more improved, like, for example, the library scene. I thought that was a bit too silly, but overall, I think Tim Curry did a great job as Pennywise. Even the kids, they all did a great job. Sometimes I don't remember the kid's name. Even the child actor names. But they all did a great job, and they really felt believable. My few problem with this film is that it goes to a bit of Stephen King cliches. Like drunken rednecks, everybody's an asshole. I don't know, it just felt like there was a lot of cliches in here that could be just cut out and could probably shorten the runtime. But by the way, this is a mini-series, so I guess it's not really technically a movie review, so but you gotta know what I'm talking about. I felt like if this was a movie, then the runtime could be shortened down. But, to be honest, the actual feel and atmosphere of it just feels really unique and really creepy. Sometimes it could be fun, sometimes it could be scary, sometimes it could be adventurous, and yeah, the atmosphere and also the music with it just really make the movie stand out on its own. And let's go back to the negatives. One of my biggest negatives is that I don't think the adult scenes are as entertaining as the flashback sequences with the kid. I think the kids are probably the best parts of the film. I think everything involving the kids are the best parts of the film. Not to say that when they're adults, it is bad. They're entertaining. But sometimes they just don't have that same feeling as you guys get when you watch the flashback sequences. Which is why I think that the new remake for it that's coming out, I feel like that's going to be improved. And I hope it is. So, what are my final thoughts on it? Well, the adult sequences aren't as entertaining. I think some of them drag. The pacing and could sometimes be weird. I felt like they could have trimmed some stuff out, even if it is a miniseries. And I think that there is a few scary stuff in it that don't hold up as well as it should. But overall, I think the atmosphere, the music, and Pennywise the clown is scary enough, and the kids really stand out, and it is still an enjoyable film even to watch in Halloween. I'm gonna give it an that's just so confusing. I am very sorry. I'm gonna give it a B. Thank you guys so much for watching. I wanted to review this movie before the new remake comes out, and everybody will just be talking about it. So, here's my review for it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys next time.
I torture you. I'm a slave to your game.